everybody, welcome.
Pack an order for Madison in Michigan, who just built a protein coffee lineup that gets it. She grabbed French vanilla, low-key.
We got some cooking videos to get through. Anyway, let's get through this. 3 late night air fryer munchies you'll regret not making. Sam, the cooking guy.
For lack of a better term, we're calling today a bunch of stuff on bread in an air fryer. So I don't know what we would call this. We'll call this, it could be munchies again, because these are all easy. They're all very quick and very last minute. You need a couple of things to do anything in this life. You can't just go, I'm hungry, and have nothing and expect to eat. Am I right, boys?
Right.
Because then what do you got? You got nothing. So we're gonna do an egg thing. I call it a Popeye. Do you guys call it a Popeye? Egg in a hole, Popeye, not a toad in the hole, that's different. Popeye.
Why
I grew
is
up.
toad in the hole different?
Toad in the hole we made. It's that sausage
yeah.
in that batter, kind of like that English thing that rises. The puffy.
Pudding.
I'm sorry, the English people have the worst fucking cuisine on the planet.
The English Yorkshire pudding. The toad in the hole is a sausage in that batter that makes Yorkshire pudding, and it puffs up around the side. It's good. So we're doing an egg in the hole, or a Popeye is what I called it growing up. We're gonna do a hot dog, pretty basic, cheese dog, but amazing, and all grilled and beautiful in the air fryer. Then we'll finish off with pepperoni toasts. There you go. With a super hack for tomato sauce, or, you know, spaghetti sauce, that kind of thing. So, without further ado, let's get it happening with our Popeyes. Anyone that's ever made an egg in the hole or a Popeye knows you start with a piece of bread and you make a circle, hole in the middle, cut that circle out, but not today. We're not doing this because we're gonna use a little ciabatta thing. So, with my little teacup there, I'm just gonna cut around it.
But you're not going all the way through, right?
I'm not going all the way through. I was gonna show that. You made me say that up front.
If somebody was doing it as you were there going, then they could have pressed all the way through.
If you're following along, they would have had to have had everything ready. If you're following along, just know that I'm not cutting all the way through. I just want this much. Take this little bit of bread out, this little bread out. Right, now we come over here to the air fryer. We open the kit up, we give it some of that, and then we go face down right there. And then a little bit more for this kid. Everybody will get toasty, 3 minutes. And then we're back. And while it's toasting, let's make a little sauce to go inside. Watch this move. That's a bowl.
I assume the chick is his wife.
That's some mayo. This is a tiny bit of garlic paste and a little smoked paprika. Great. We mix. And this is going inside our egg hole when it comes out.
Sounds a little gross.
And this is going inside our egg hole indentation. Here, there. Okay, there's that guy, beautiful. And there's this guy, he's staying in. Now, here's the move. We take this little sauce we've made, back of the spoon, and we spread it around in here. It's just extra flavor in the best way possible. And when that's in, we had some shredded cheese. This happens to be white cheddar. Use what you got or what you like. Push it down a bit. And now the egg. And yes, I could definitely crack the egg right into here, but what if there was a blood spot? Then I would have ruined all of this. And I know, I see Max's face. He's thinking, ooh, I've had it before and it's...
Why would there be a blood spot? Unless you get a fertilized chicken egg.
horrible. So just crack the egg in here, and when you're good, pour them in. Give it a little seasoning, salt, pepper, take a little bit more of your cheese, spread it around the edges, and back we go. Lives right there. Close up shop. And then it goes for 9 minutes in this machine. You're gonna have to figure out what makes sense for you. Could be a little less, could be a little bit more. And, oh, we're there. Wow, look at this. Okay, take this little fellow out. Ow, ow, don't do that. Take this guy. This guy gets cut. And do you know why he gets cut?
For dipping.
You got that right, Pally. That. Wow, holy S. And a bite. Okay, I just got a little bit of the white and some of the side bread
I might steal this. I don't know.
with that garlic and paprika. That's the bite. This is the king of the bites. This.
Hey, Fiera, how about shut up? Shut up to your male betters.
Oh my effing God. I never want an egg in a hole any other way ever again. It's crispy, it's perfectly cooked. You're gonna have to play with your time a little bit, but when you get it down, that garlic, smoked paprika, aioli in there, and the cheese is key. And when you cut it in half, look how beautiful that is. Oh, it's hot. Who doesn't want to eat that? Well, some gluten allergic, egg hating person who probably I guess you shouldn't say that, but
Thank you for destroying my eardrum.
if you don't like this, anybody want a piece? Those, pretty obvious, couple of big fat beef hot dogs. Beef franks that we wanted.
No, you really didn't. But if you want to believe that, that's fine. Thing is, you're a feminist, so you're offended by way more than what I'm offended by.
To give these little cuts to, because the cut opens it up. The cut makes it sexier. The cut allows great things to happen. So do it. If you
No,
don't,
it doesn't. The cut just allows more fat to escape, aka a drier hot dog. And it makes it look weird. It makes it look cool and fun and all this other shit.
want to do it, then don't do it. But you're making a mistake. Just run your knife along.
I also do sliced all the way down the middle and like fold.
Open them
like
up.
a book.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. They don't have to be beautiful. They just have to be done. And then these get thrown in to a 400-degree air fryer. See you in 5-6 minutes. Ready for this? Look.
And again, all those cuts did was just release fat, make sure the hot dog's dry, and it just looks cool. And that's it. And that's all it is.
Is there a better way to cook a hot dog? I don't think so. The air fryer was born for this. Before we take them out, let's get our buns ready. You ready there, Maxie? We're gonna do two things here. Barbecue sauce, right down the crack on both. Oh, I hear.
Fiera, your husband couldn't make me feel inadequate if he tried for 1,000 years.
Hear those guys sizzling away next door to me. Wow. Just a little baby zip line of mayo, like that. Nobody move.
I mean, again, a good first step from him stepping up to my level would be, you know, his own fucking username.
See these? These are chopped pickled jalapenos. By the way, I can't stop using them. They're so damn good. Who's ready for the best hot dogs ever?
Again, he had to come in under his wife's fucking username. I would have taken him. He called in. What do you think? You're behind some gate?
Thank you, Chance. Dogs, push down. Okay, one more thing. And now this is cheese. Oh, that should be obvious. Anything you got. Use whatever you got. I mean, I don't know if a slice of orange American would work here. I think this is going to be better off. But if it's 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:20 in the morning and this is what you want and you've only got that, that's fine. Right, now we...
Yet, he was perfectly fine coming on my show more than once. Okay. And again, if he was a man, he would have come on under his own shit, not his wife's shit. Sorry you married a beta.
Pick them up, give them a little squoosh. We're going...
And again, you name me people, anybody new that wants to come on and chat, I always take. So fuck off.
Face down. Don't you go anywhere. Like this. Now these guys go in. 400 for 2 to 3 minutes. Then they come out. Hold
Okay, the best way to do this is not the air fryer. The best way to do what Sam just did is the broiler on your oven. But this is the last I'm talking about this. This is a cooking stream, not anything to do with Lord of Patriarchy, so shut the fuck up.
on, quick break, because if you're watching this and thinking, damn, that looks good, well, it is, and it's mostly because of this guy. the Typher Dome 2 air fryer. This thing doesn't just blow hot air. It uses 360-degree heating, top and bottom.
If I was Catfish, wouldn't I have immediately cut your husband off? Why did I talk to him for like 20, 25 minutes? Wouldn't I just cut him off then? Alright, but seriously, that's the last time I'm going to talk about this. Anything more, I'm done.
So you're not stuck shaking and flipping everything like you're making a cocktail. It just cooks evenly, which means less fuss for you and better results on everything from a pizza to steak. And speaking of steak, like real caramelized crust, juicy center, restaurant level stuff. And it's got 15 cooking functions, so you can do way more than just air fry. Toast, grill.
Yeah, sorry. No, your air fryer's... It's good for certain things, but it sucks. It's a nice substitute for an oven.
Griddle, bake. Hell, you can even dehydrate something if you're feeling healthy. Or just say you did and make fries. Oh, and it self-cleans. Seriously. Heats to 500 degrees to melt away grease and grime. Honestly, I wish more things in life clean.
You can't just melt away grease and grime. They go somewhere. And they get concentrated. Eventually, you do have to clean it.
Themselves. And from July 8th to 11th, you can get the Dome 2
Except with grills where you can burn it away.
air fryer for $299 at Typher.com and on Amazon. And if you use the code SDCGPD10 at checkout at Typher.com, you'll get an additional $10 off.
Again,
the final price
that has the
$289.
ability of fire.
After July 11th, the price returns to $399, but you'll still get 15% off if you use the code. And down. Oh, shit. Is that the hot dog of your dreams or what? That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Some of the pickled jalapenos underneath. Mayo, barbecue sauce. Oh, snap-a-rooney. Who's ready for a bite of this?
Yes.
Oh, my God, it's glorious. All right, bite time. It is so beautiful. This could turn a vegan, I think. This might be the best hot dog ever. If they did this in ballparks, they'd sell 1 million. They probably already do sell 1 million of them. They'd sell 10 million of them. The jalapeno underneath is key. But adding to it is the sweetness that comes from the barbecue.
Have you ever been to a baseball game? They're just selling food to the masses.
Barbecue sauce. Just that little bit of barbecue sauce and mayo. Moisture, sweetness, counteracts the spice of the jalapeno. I'm in hot dog heaven. One more thing to go. Pizza toast things. Then it begins rather innocently. We take a piece of bread, whatever kind you've got, into the fryer, 375 for 3 minutes until crispy. In the meantime, we make a little sauce. If you had spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce, you could use it. But let's say you don't. What do? Sam, help me. I'm here. You know what that is?
Okay, problem one. You never use ketchup in spaghetti or pizza sauce. You use tomato sauce.
Yes, that's ketchup. And let's fix it. Little garlic powder. Oops, a little clump of garlic powder. Some red pepper flake, always, because it's the best. This is Italian seasoning. If you didn't have that, you could use oregano. That would be fine. Little salt.
But I need some water to thin the fucking ketchup out!
Salt and pepper. Like a little squeeze of extra virgin olive oil. And we give it a mix.
Still
Look at
need
that.
all it.
In seconds. We've made something way better. All right, we wait for the bread.
You just made Italian seasoned ketchup. You didn't make tomato sauce. You didn't. You literally just made Italian seasoned ketchup.
Right. Here's what I got. Bring them out, flip them over. Now it should be obvious. We take our improvised sauce and spread it out beautifully. Sauce is good. You don't have to be cheap with it. We all like a little sauce. Now, 2 more things. Cheese.
You just made Italian ketchup. You didn't actually make anything resembling pizza sauce. And you're a professional fucking chef.
Mozzarella.
Owner of restaurants.
Oh, spread out lovingly.
Remind
That's
me never to go to your fucking places of business.
on. Now you got your pepperoni slices. You get your pepperoni slices right here. And you know, pepperoni shrinks up. So I always think more is better than less. If you leave gaps, you're gonna have giant holes when this thing's done. So don't be a cheap bastard. Cheap bastard. Yeah, freaking bastard. Here you go. Okay? Everybody.
Yeah, but pepperoni also expels a ton of grease. So do you want your slice of bread to be a soggy, sad sack of shit?
Happy? Your fire's still on? Let's.
Considering you put your pizza sauce, and I use that term lightly, directly on the bread with no barrier in between it.
Put it in. Right. We're still at 375. In we go. Oh, I love that sound. Okay. 3-4 minutes. Let's give it 3 and see what happens. Till the cheese is melted, pepperoni's cupped, and you're ready. And, oh, wait, 2 things to make it even beautifuler. I'm gonna try and get this guy out of here. Oh, 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 oh.
Orajel knows that oral pain.
All right, so you went with the special pepperoni that cups when it cooks. Okay, so it contained all its grease. Okay, great.
Keeps you from feeling like yourself.
That's not real pepperoni, dickhead.
So reach for.
Okay, you ready? Here's what it gets. It gets a drizzle of hot honey. It's like a pizza, and hot honey on a pizza, especially.
Again, all that pizza grease, yeah, it's in those little cups. Did you take that out, you fucking four-eyed faggot?
Pepperoni pizza is like the greatest thing ever. So it's got that, a little bit more of the Italian seasoning, or oregano, whatever you've had. And then for my liking, some cracks of fresh ground black pepper. Really finish it off. Well, Maron, what is start to finish is 5 minutes?
All right, as you can clearly see, all these pepperonis have cupped little shots of grease. So yeah, maybe turn it over and see how much grease you've collected, my friend.
Well, well, well. Look at what we have here. Oh, God. You guys. Come on now. Who doesn't... what's-
I have nothing against the homosexual community. There's a big difference between a gay man and a faggot.
hot. Ooh, it's gonna be good
Straight men can be faggots.
though. No, it's gonna be great. Oh my God.
Take Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris is a gay man. Milo Yiannopoulos, he's a faggot. basically, here's the thing, and this is the last political thing I'm gonna say on this point blank period. The difference between gay and faggot is you get to the other side. Being gay or lesbian is just you happen to like the same gender that you were born as. Being a faggot or a dyke, you make that your entire fucking identity. Alright, anyway, I think we're pretty much done with this guy. Alright, I may have done this video, but I don't care. I'm doing it again, and this is Sloppy Joe Burritos from the Cooking with Jack show. You can't fuck this up!
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got Shake
There
Video.
is no way he can fuck this up.
You are
And milk.
Alright.
Vitamins, onions.
Why are you cooking the ground beef in a pot?
Brown sugar. Put your ketchup in. You're going to put about a cup of ketchup. I'm just eyeballing it. Don't forget the Worcestershire sauce. Throw that in there. We're literally making sloppy joes from
Alright, we're just gonna skip ahead then. Alright, that's a Sloppy Joe's. Terrible.
What's on the menu today? Hot Italian sub
God
sliders.
damn it. Fuck it! You know what? That's way
What's on the
more.
menu today?
That's way more interesting.
Hot Italian sub sliders. Delicious. Let's go.
Somehow he fucks up Sloppy Joe Burritos.
All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe, guys. Right here in the back, let's start with our Hawaiian rolls. We got some marinara sauce for dipping, melted butter. We have some roasted red peppers here, some banana peppers, sliced provolone cheese, sliced ham, sliced pepperoni, and sliced salami. Guys, you can already taste that hot
Looks like you got it all from Walmart.
Italian sub. Man, we all love that at our local sub shop. I know you do. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna build everything in our baking sheet. So what I've done already was I've sliced our Hawaiian rolls in half. So this is the bottom portion. Man, I could never slice these babies evenly. One day I'm gonna get it right and I'm gonna slice these. Somebody told me about a bread cutter I need to get from Amazon. Matter of fact, if you can remember, put it in the comments again. I'm gonna buy that thing as soon as I see it. All right, so let's go ahead and start building this out. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this.
How hard is it to cut shit evenly? Look while you're cutting. I can do it right now. And I'm about 60% of the way drunk.
Boar's Head deli dressing. Now guys, if you don't have this, that's fine, but I like to have that deli dressing. I love that deli dressing.
Okay, not to be a dick, but if you're gonna make a sandwich your video, make the goddamn dressing yourself. It's not that hard. It's literally like olive oil, lemon juice, some dried herbs, and salt. That's it.
Man, it's so good. And I'm just going to just lightly sprinkle his at the bottom like that. Don't want to put too much. Don't want to overpower it. And you can also add more later. So let's go ahead and start adding our meats. Now, I don't know how much meat I'm going to use for this particular recipe. So we're just going to start eyeballing it. So what I'm going to add my ham here.
You're out of here.
Ham comes first. And guys, you can put as many layers as you want. It's totally up to you. So right here, it looks like I used about 6 slices of ham, and make sure you get them sliced thin, or you can slice them as thick or thin as you desire, but I like them real thin on mine. And I'm gonna follow behind that with my...
Oh, I forgot to hit record on my channel. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. You know what I didn't forget to use? The goddamn ban button.
A salami. I'm gonna put one there. Guys, that salami really what makes that Italian sub so fire. I'm just gonna be honest with you. All right, so now that we have our salami there, let's go ahead and add our pepperoni. And I used about 12 slices of salami, and this pepperoni is cut the same size, so I'll probably use same amount of pepperoni also.
That's why I know for sure he went to Walmart for this.
Now we're gonna come
Again, nothing wrong with that.
across that with our provolone cheese. Now I think I'm gonna take that back. That provolone cheese on those subs really set it off. When I eat a sub, that's all the cheese I want on it. I don't need no cheddar. All right, so now I'm gonna come across that with our roasted red peppers. Guys, don't leave out these roasted red peppers. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. That's if you eat it. If you don't eat it, then I understand, I get it. But if you do eat roasted red peppers,
And this
they're
is,
not spicy. So guys, if you think they're spicy, they're not spicy.
Iron
Don't skip this step.
Thank you for letting me know that
Followed
you'll
by
be banned
our
promptly
banana
on
peppers.
Lord of Patriarchy as well.
Guys, don't skip this step either. These banana peppers, I tell you, I always ask for extra banana peppers on my sub. I guess what I'm telling you guys, make it exactly like I'll make it. Don't skip any of these steps. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to top that off with some more of that boar's head dressing. Man, listen, you want some of this stuff here, man. Now I'm gonna take our top part of our buns and we're just gonna sit it right on the top like that. And I'm just gonna turn this around this way so you guys get a view of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring our melted butter over here. Just add our Italian seasoning and we're just gonna get out a mix like that. Now I'm just gonna move this aside. We're gonna turn our sliders back around like that. And now we're gonna brush the top of our sliders with our Italian butter sauce. Just like that.
No, I can deal with whatever. I can deal with whatever. But I'm not gonna have stupid people spouting lies in my chat, so yeah.
All right, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take some aluminum foil. We'll cover this baby up. I've already preheated the oven at 350 degrees. We're gonna bake these babies for 25 to 30 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and get them in the oven. All right, guys, so we are 25 minutes in. And guys, look what we have right here. Take a look at that. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take the remainder of our Italian butter sauce and we're gonna lightly brush the top again. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take these out of our pan. We're gonna put them up on a clean plate and we're gonna get into our final presentation and quality control. So let's go.
Okay, hold up. Another person. You're done.
And there you have it, guys.
And that looks fucking delicious.
Hot Italian sub sliders. Yes, I already know.
All right. What do I want to do here? Do I want to do binging with Pabish? Or do I want to do something that'll piss me off? Or something I don't know? Or let's go with the whore of cooking. Sandwich Cutie Cat.
My favorite creator sandwich, and I'm so excited, and I'm gonna cry.
Look, unless you two are willing to remove your clothing and start making out, I don't care.
And my 2 points are really hard, but yeah, do you want to get into it? Yeah, try it. Okay. You made this with
2 points are really hard. Sweetheart, only men have points.
your hands. So your
So
hands have been
unless
all over
you're a damn tranny.
the ingredients.
Yeah, just for
Oh. Oh my god.
What do you think?
I think I taste your skin cells, and this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I never want this moment to end. Tell me about this cheese again.
It's like a Greek cheese.
It has like a chewiness that I like. It's like a good, I think like an additional like protein layer since this is a vegetarian sandwich. Because I don't eat meat. The only meat I'm willing to eat is I'm craving Arby's.
Translations. The only meat she has is sucking dick.
But yeah, what kind of pepper is this?
Red peppers?
Red peppers?
Yeah, just bell peppers.
Is it like marinated or anything?
Yeah, they're just roasted.
It's tasty. And then you added, what was the other, is that also pepper?
Pepperoncinis.
I love the pepperoncini, so good.
Whores! Start doing a lesbian scene, or I don't care.
I like that the cheese is really mild, but you added all these like very like flavorful vegetables, and you get like.
All right, done with this. But we still have the whore.
Want me to make you a sandwich?
Okay, ribeye steak, salt, pepper, olive oil. Okay, on the grill, you would not have enough time to cut these peppers up. I don't know what the hell went in the oven. Okay, we got some dill, red onions, cucumber, some mayonnaise, some garlic powder, probably onion powder, salt, pepper. Again, no man worth his shit is gonna stick his dick in your pussy, because, well, we're coming out with it with a referral to an STD expert, to be brutally honest. Am I awful? Alright. She overcooked the steak, at least from what I see. Yes, she overcooked the fucking steak. So great, I get a chewy fucking steak with roasted peppers and bullshit.
Perfect.
Bitch, you better be able to suck schlong like a goddamn champ. That sandwich sucks. I'm gonna have to eat it with a knife and fucking fork. So, well, let's, I guess, make me a little fucking angrier.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean? No fees on checking accounts and no overdraft fees help me sleep at night. What's in your wallet?
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook.
Alright, you know what? Screw it. I don't care about Steven Reichlin at this point. You know what? We're just going to finish up with this. I'm going to go head-to-head with Binging with Babish. Now, Binging with Babish I do like. I think he's a good dude. I think he knows what he's talking about, but he's also talking about grilling. So we're going to see his tips for summer grilling.
Basics with Babish, where this week we're doing burgers and fries. Do I really have to do like a whole sales pitch?
All right, it took you 50 minutes to do a burger and fries special? Really? Okay.
Let's get down to basics. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is start the French fry making process. This means peeling and slicing some potatoes. So we're going to start by peeling the potatoes, duh, and then slicing into planks, and then into almost French fry-like shapes. As thick or as thin as you like them, this is only going to change frying time. Then we're immediately dropping these bad boys into some 375-degree Fahrenheit peanut oil. That is my deep frying oil of choice. If you have an allergy to peanuts, try canola or vegetable. You might be saying now, hey, Babish, those fries aren't done. To which I would respond, I know, and that's not my real name. What we're doing is freezing the fries after par frying. This is going to crystallize.
Yeah, and then you fry for the final time. How did this take 50 fucking minutes?
Their interiors and make them extra fluffy after a second fry.
Unless this is multiple episodes, like, paired together or something.
While those guys are freezing for at least 4 hours, it's time to address maybe one of the top two most important parts of burger and fries, the burger. I've got my preferred selection of meats here for grinding. I've got short rib, brisket, and sirloin. They're all bringing something different to the table, be it fattiness, minerality, or beefiness. And they're going to come together to make a really flavorful, fatty, beautiful burger. First thing we got to do is get rid of the bone in the short rib. If you have a bone-in short rib, best to buy these boneless because you're going to get more meat and you have to do less butchery. Once you've removed the bone, trim off any silver skin that you see because this stuff will not break down. It'll be chewy bits in your burger and you don't want that. And then start cutting it into 1-inch strips that we're going to then cut crosswise into about 1 to 2 inch chunks, which will be perfect for our meat grinder. Then we're going to rinse and repeat with our other cuts of beef. On the brisket, this is nothing but fat. We can hang on to all this. As long as your knife cuts relatively easily through it, it's probably fine for your burger. Now there is some silver skin hiding in the middle of our sirloin, so we're going to pull it apart at the seam to reveal the dastardly little devil hiding inside. Once you've got all your sinew and silver skin removed and all your meat broken down, it's time to place all this on a parchment-lined baking sheet and freeze for 15 to 20 minutes to firm up the meat for the meat grinder, during which time we can get our burger accoutrement ready. Just going to very thinly slice some tomatoes. I like them about a quarter of the width of a sheet of paper, and a few slices of red onion, and last but not least some iceberg lettuce. This is the only kind of
By the way, this is why you should always stock your kitchen with deli containers.
lettuce that belongs
They are a godsend
on a burger because it is nearly flavorless. We're going to simply shred it by cutting it in half, removing the core, and then cutting into thin slices down the length of the lettuce half.
I always keep my core intact so I can cut it down the middle and then shred it. So my shredded slices aren't the length of the fucking lettuce head.
And then cutting crosswise into perfect little burger-sized shreds. And that's what I like to top a burger with. Put whatever you want on there, but I reserve the
My way is easier.
right to judge you. Like if you didn't put special sauce on there, I'd think that you were a real, true weirdo. And special sauce is simple enough to make. Simply mix together equal parts ketchup and mayo, maybe half cup each. Add a good sprinkling of garlic powder and onion powder. Then I like to add a little bit of smoke.
Actually, for burger sauce, the recipe is about as varied as you think it is.
paprika, but you could use regular paprika if you don't want too much of a smoky vibe going on. A heaping helping of sweet relish, and that's about it. Just mix the whole thing together. Even if you just mix together equal parts ketchup and mayo, it's a delicious sauce to put on a burger, or to dip your fries in, or to just eat with a spoon. That I will not judge you for, I promise. Give it a little taste, make sure it's good, of course it is, and then it's time to get down to the business of meat grinding. Now, I've had my grinder parts chilling in the freezer with the meat for a little bit longer, maybe.
That's actually a good idea. But I wouldn't use your KitchenAid as a meat grinder. Buy a fucking regular meat grinder. They cost about $200. It's not that much fucking money. Buy a dedicated grinder.
30 minutes to an hour to make sure everything's really super cold. This prevents the beef from smearing when we push it through the feed hole. That's what it is called. You can see that our beef is all firmed up after about 20 minutes in the freezer, and avoiding the spinning wheel of death on the bottom of our stand mixer, we're going to start feeding the beef in.
Again, this is why I say buy an actual meat grinder. They cost about $200, $300. They're not that much. But buy a dedicated fucking meat grinder. Don't do this attachment bullshit.
Into the grinder. A few pieces at a time, pushing the beef down the tube with whatever included baseball bat or nightstick the grinder came with, and watch the meat cascade gleefully out the medium-sized grind plate, which I think is the best size for ground beef for burgers. Make sure there's no gray stuff coming out, which might indicate that your grinder is grinding metal. Make sure no long stringy stuff is coming out. That could be sinew, or your beef might not be cold enough. And take a moment to appreciate the beautiful pebbly ground beef that you're able to achieve when you...
Alright, fine. And if you for some reason can't afford that, go to your food processor, take your half-assed frozen beef and put it in there, and your food processor can become a grinder.
Grind your own meat at home. This pebbliness is going to help us create a burger that is less closed textured than one made with store-bought ground beef, which is a little mushy and pasty. So now we're going to start gently
No, I'm just not a broke loser, kitty.
Pressing these into 4.5 to 5 ounce patties. I'm going for a solid 3rd pounder burger, but make them as thick as you want. It's your house. Once we've got the burgers formed, they can chill out in the fridge while we finish up.
Your burgers are way too thick. The problem is with burgers like this is they become hockey pucks, and the ratio of beef to every other ingredient is so off that they don't taste good.
Up our fries. We've got the oil reheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and we've got our rock solid fries out the freezer and into the oil. The initial fry was for about 8 minutes. This is going to be from 4 to 6 minutes until we get beautifully browned exteriors and fluffy light interiors. As soon as you've let these guys drain for 30 seconds to 1 minute, we're going to put them immediately into a bowl and toss them with a healthy sprinkle of kosher salt. Go ahead and taste one to make sure that it's not poison, maybe 2 just to be extra safe, and then these aren't the only things getting salted. Let's move over back to the patties, whom are receiving a generous sprinkling of kosher salt and freshly ground pepper. Do not ever...
Whatever. I've done enough. Good night, everybody.
You have...
Good night, everybody.